pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stress the nigga. He ain't demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening. Is it fact if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit light work. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Alright, this is Rudy Speech, man. We got Captain Tywar in the building.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, so Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man, on Rudy Speech, man. Understand, I break it down right quick,
don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine. Big glow, I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. These fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not in China. My conglomerate wreck like King Konga. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring commerce. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a park, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Right. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushua Baruch to the brothers. Shalom Shamar. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Elatan Shem Yahushua to the sisters. This is the Isupk Chicago Hebrew class. This is the Isupk started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jenny Hanna. And since 1969, the Isupk has been teaching so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans that we are the true Jews and Israelites of the Bible. And with that being said, what comes with knowing that you're the true people of the Bible is a heritage, a culture dating way back to biblical times. When we start thinking about that, we start thinking about the King James Version of the Bible. The King James Version of the Bible holds 66 books, and we also have to acknowledge that with the King James Version, it wasn't complete. Only the 1611 was complete, right? Let me see. All right, so there's the Bible, right? And what you need to complete your Bible is no other than the Apocrypha. The Roman Catholics had took it out with the Council of Nicaea. They removed some books so that way they could basically hide, certain aspects of the truth, so that way we wouldn't understand the Bible as well as we should. So with that being said, if you're reading already the King James Version, you got to go ahead and invest in getting the Apocrypha also, because that's very important, because it goes to the Old Testament, it goes to Apocrypha, then it goes into the New Testament. Unless you have everything in a totality, it doesn't make sense. In order to understand everything, you have to have all the historical records in order for you to move forward. Yeah. So with that being said, if you do have your King James Version Bible, that's cool. Just go ahead and go to your local bookstore, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever you got to go, and go ahead and invest in that Apocrypha, because that right there, it has a lot of details and a lot of information that these Christian and Catholic churches do not want you to learn. With that being said, we go over this Hebrew Lashawan Kodash class, right? And when we go over this Hebrew Lashawan Kodash class, it's to prepare us for tomorrow's Sabbath service, because our Sabbath, 6 days shall you work, and on the seventh day, it's for the Lord. Paraphrasing. With that being said, we do read out of Tanakh. And the Tanakh right here This Tanakh, you also got to get this from your local bookstore. My fault. The Tanakh. All right? And in this Tanakh, it has the English translation right next to the Hebrew translation, written in the more modern Hebrew. But that's what we go over here today when we go over the alphabet. And then we usually go into words and stuff of whatever I decide to teach for that week. Today we're going to go into the Hebrew greeting salute for brothers and sisters because a lot of times we don't even know how to greet one another. And when you greet somebody, you want to greet them with the honor of, damn, I seen you, and it's a blessing to come around you. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we need to start doing. So if I see your brothers, it's Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah, and that's giving him his honor, giving him his due, because I know he's putting in work wherever he's at, whether he's in our school in Chicago, in Wisconsin, Detroit. We got plenty of schools all the way to the UK, all the way to the Caribbean. We got schools all over the place. Just look up Isupk and put in any United Kingdom, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Mexico. You just type that in and see that we got classes everywhere. But when we do come together, or when we do come across one another, we do want to go ahead and implement gratitude towards one another. It's not just a hey, what's up? Because hey, what's up? That's the more European way of saying it. What we want to say is we want to give you a blessing, a straight up salute. Even for the sisters, we want to get you a straight up salute because we know how much hard work y'all do too. We don't take none. Us men, we do hard work, and we know women do their part too. So, it goes hand in hand. With that being said, before I get into anything, definitely, if you see the shirts and stuff, I know it's a little bit high, but anytime you want these shirts and all that, you got to go to diversecity.com. That's diversecity.com. That's Officer Yardan's website. You can get any type of shirts, jackets, whatever's on the website is available to you. Also, Sabbath service, not second to none. That's primary. When we go over this Lashawan Kodash today, it's preparing us for studying our lessons tomorrow. Well, basically, Sabbath is from sundown today on Friday to sundown on Saturday night. Then it starts Sunday after the sundown. So it's sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. With that being said, on Saturday at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., we have our Sabbath service. Definitely tune into Isupk Chicago, and definitely, tune in, because that's the only day the Lord really told you set everything aside and engage with me. It doesn't matter what you're doing, just tune into the Sabbath service, and then you can go ahead and do whatever you got to do. But definitely want to go ahead and tune in, because Officer Mariah, Officer Mayad, and a couple other brothers will be here. And when they're here, they're trying to give you this biblical culture in a totality. They're trying to basically show you that we can read it in English and we can read it in our ancient tongue, in our ancient language. With that being said, that's gotta generate some type of urgency to where you would want to learn it. And going backwards back into today, that's why we go into the alphabet, and that's why I'm going to show you how to greet one another, because a lot of times we just take it for granted. But when we see one another, we definitely have to be more appreciative, because you don't know how much that person is. They're doing a lot of work, but it's gratitude for seeing them, because you ain't seen them in a while. And I'm not going to go ahead and get too far into it, but definitely go ahead and get your King James Version of the Bible, get yourself your Apocrypha, and get yourself your Tanakh. However you can find them. It could be on Amazon, it could be any bookstore, it could be on Marketplace. It doesn't matter. Obtain these books and put them in your collection. Not only that, but definitely, if you're going to be tuning into these Hebrew classes and you want to be a lot better at the Hebrew classes, you get one of these books right here. It's a biblical Hebrew book. Definitely obtain this also. All right. And then you also want your Zondervan Bible dictionary. You want a whole bunch of things so that way you know when you're reading, you come across something, you know how to break it down perfectly. Because when you're in this truth, in the Isupk, one thing you got to understand is everybody's going to challenge you. And you got to have an answer for everybody. That's why we have these classes. That's why we have Isupk Chicago, Brotherhood class on Monday. That's why we have the Biblical Law class on Tuesday. That's why we have the Scripture Breakdown with Captain of 13,000 Malquah. That's why we got the history classes on Thursday. If not, we'll have General Muhammad's breakdowns. And on Friday, we definitely have this Lashawan Kudash, you know. This is ours. This is what we need to obtain. This is what we need to go ahead and be teaching our youth. Because this is what we were missing when we were going to these Christian Catholic churches or these Islam mosques, wherever you were at. If you were so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, this is what you need to be learning right now. Don't forget what you learned already, but this is what you need to be learning at this moment so that way you could gain a confirmation on your biblical culture, on your biblical history. Because we're here now because somebody back then, you know, was around in biblical times. And we're the Lord's chosen, and we definitely got to go ahead and start acting like it. Especially, you know, Hispanics and Native Americans. You know, I know the Black brothers, they, you know, they kind of take to a little bit more than Hispanics and Native Americans. And that's a shame. Because when you hear the truth, it's supposed to resonate with you. You're supposed to take to it. Definitely know where you're from and know your upbringing. But there's more to the past, going all the way to biblical times. Don't go ahead and be naive and think that you can't learn something new that's actually truthful. If you're a Hispanic or a Native American, you definitely want to tune into all these classes so that way we can learn how to be united again. We can be unified again. You know, that way we're all learning properly. And for every question, the brothers do have an answer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go forward with the alphabet because I want to go ahead and on time because I could keep rolling on. Also, today at 8 p.m., the Round Table of Truth. You definitely want to tune into that because that's Captain 13,000, Captain Malquad. He's gonna be having his the Round Table of Truth at 8 p.m. with the other brothers and stuff, and you definitely want to hear what all these brothers got to say because every week they're putting out great content for y'all, and you definitely got to tune in because they're doing this hard work specifically for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Don't take this stuff for granted. Don't look nowhere else. This school been established since 1969. This is where you want to learn. If anything else is a break off, you don't want to learn that. You're going to learn somebody else's narrative and somebody else's twist of every type of scripture you know. Over here, this is where we learn. This is where we've been established since 1969. These are the brothers you definitely want to gain a brotherhood, a sisterhood with. And I'm telling you, it's better than any other teaching that you will ever learn in your life. With that being said, tune into the Round Table of Truth tonight, 8 p.m. with Captain of 13,000 Malquad. All right, let's go into the alphabet. All right. Before I go ahead and start saying the top right here, or these right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and sound out the alphabet. I didn't do this, previously. But one thing you gotta know how to do is you gotta know how to sound these things out. So right here, can everybody see that? Let me see on the screen. Yeah, everybody can see that real good. All right. So this is in the Hebrew, everything goes from right to left, right? Lashawan Kodash. And this is how it's written when it's written left to right. It's the same thing. La, sha, sha. One, qua, dash. That's just how it's written, you know what I'm saying? Hebrew's always written from right to left. Read from right to left, you read? Let's get it. This is the ancient Hebrew, and this is how you sound everything out. From right to left, in alphabetical order. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, k, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. The reason I'm doing it like this is because you're going to have to learn how to say these from right to left in alphabetical order. It's kind of like saying your ABCs, but this is our biblical history right here. And this is where we want to learn our biblical alphabet. So it's A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, K, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta. All right? And once you learn how to say all these from A to Tha, now you're getting somewhere. Now you can go to the next step. The next step is you're going to learn how to, in the ancient, you're going to learn how to identify the symbols from A to Tha. All right? First thing is pronouncing them. Pronouncing them from A to Tha. Next is identifying. A. In the ancient Hebrew, A looks like a sideways A. Ba looks like a triangle G. You got Ga that looks like a slanted 7. You see how it's in an angle? That's Ga. You got Da that looks like a triangle. You got Ha that looks like a flip F with an extra line. Boom, boom, boom. Ha. Then you got Wa, looks like a Y. You have Za that looks like a Z. You got Ka that looks like a 3-step ladder, right? Then you got Ta. Ta looks like a circle with an X in the middle. I usually just think of X-Men, and that's Ta. Then you got Ya. Slanted Z with a line right here in the middle. Ya. Then you got K with a mirrored C, like a flip C, with the V in the middle. That's K. Then you got La. L shape. You got Ma. Looks like a W at the top, going into a Y shape at the bottom. Ma. Then you got Na, like a V shape at the top, going into a Y shape at the bottom. That's Na. Then you got Sa, a line from top to bottom. A little bit from the top, you got a Z form, and then directly underneath that Z, you'll have a line from left to right. That's Sa. Then you have I. I is just like a circle. Pa looks like a J. You got the line from left to right at the top, a little bit from the right side. You bring the J form all the way down from right to left. Then you have Taza. Taza. A line from top to bottom, a little bit from the top. You do a Z formation, connecting every time you hit the line. Boom, boom, boom. And that's Taza. Then you have Kwa. Kwa looks like an umbrella or a mushroom. You got the line, you got the dome at the top. See the little dome? Boom. Like an umbrella. And then you got the handle going from top to bottom. That's Kwa. Then you have Ra. Looks like a pennant, like a baseball pennant, like if you ever go see the sports. It looks like a pennant with the handle from top to bottom. So, or like a 4, like a connected 4. That's Ra. Then you got Sha. Looks like a W. Then you got Tha. It looks like an X, except this X, you elevate the line on the left side, it goes up, and then you go across. You know what I'm saying? You don't go equally at the bottom. You bring this left side up, and then you go across. And that right there is Tha. All right? If you don't have this in your notes, definitely screenshot this, because you're going to need this to study in order to read the Lashawan Kodash in the Tanakh. So with that right there is the ancient Hebrew. Now we have the ancient Hebrew alphabet directly below. And that is going to be the Assyrian Hebrew, or like we want to say, the more modern Hebrew. The more modern Hebrew is what we read in the Tanakh. So that's why we say, get your King James Version, get your Apocrypha, get your Tanakh, get your Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and then when you come to the school because you're studying and you still want to learn more because you know this is the home of the truth, and you know all the Christian and Catholic churches were doing you wrong and they were teaching you wrong. Now when you come in here, we can step by step teach you. But we can't step by step teach you until you guys start flooding these seats in there. It comes with you being humble and wanting to learn the truth. Who doesn't want to? Let me put it like this. Who wants to be lied to? And when you're lied to, you feel insulted because now you're insulting my intelligence. So when you know that the Christian and Catholic churches are lying to you, how come you guys ain't removing yourself? How come you guys ain't trying to find the truth? The truth ain't in the Quran. The Quran is the Arabs' culture. You know what I'm saying? Let them have their business. But when it comes to that Bible, you gotta understand it has to, even in your mind, even if you deny it, that Bible resonates with your spirit and you know it. You're denying yourself the truth. Get into these classes in any state. Get a phone number, isupk.com. Get into a class in any state near you and learn this truth. Give yourself, your family, and your kids the chance to learn. I'm not saying everybody's going to like you because, you know what I'm saying, guess what? Everybody else likes to do whatever they want to do. But in here, you're going to learn properly. You're going to learn the right way. If you go to Christian Catholic churches, they got their own narrative of how they doing things, and it's not biblical. You know, and it's an oppressor's doctrine. You don't want to go that way. You want to learn the right way, decent. You want to learn how to build your family up the right way. This is where it's at. Because if you go into Christian and Catholic church, you're going to be celebrating all pagan holidays, which are white people holidays. Christmas, Easter, Halloween. You know, there's an origins behind everything. And in here, this is where you will learn it. And then you'll be like, wow, I was so naive this whole time. We all were at one time until we opened our eyes and told ourselves we're going to take the right steps forward. With that being said, that's what you got to do. We don't have these, we're not begging nobody, but we definitely want people to learn the truth who are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We do want you to know the truth. But we want the right individuals in here because they want to learn. Because they feel it's a necessity in their life to know their biblical history. That Bible right there, that's a history book. It's not something that just you read and it's just for everybody. It's not that. Biblical history is history of the Israelites, the Jews and the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's for us. We need to start getting better. We need to start coming into these classes, filling up all these seats, and asking as many questions as you want so that we can get the answers you need. All right? I'm going back to it. The Syrian Hebrew language. A looks like a capital N type. Boom, boom. Ba looks like a 7 with a platform at the bottom right here. All right? That's Ba. You got Ga that looks like a high heel, like a woman's heel. Boom, got the little back part right there. You got Da, it looks like a 7. You got Ha, that looks like a 7 with a line on the left side, not connecting, going all the way to the top, just halfway. You got Wa, that looks like a stuck-up 7. I call it stuck-up 7 because his nose is in the air. So, boom. You got Za, that looks like a short top T. It's not a long T from left to right. It's just a short top T. All right? Then you got Ka. Ka looks like a 7 with a line on the left side going from top to bottom. Next, we have Ta. Looks like a U. Boom. Ta. Then you got Ya. This looks like a comma, but it's in the air. It's not on the bottom, it's in the air. Ya, it's like a comma in the air. Then you got K. K looks like a mirrored C. Usually a C goes, you know, like this. This is the opposite. And that's K. You got La. La looks like a question mark form without the dot at the bottom. Then you got Ma. Now right here, my fault, let me go back a little bit. When you go to K, this will be written at the beginning of the word, this mirrored C. But if you find K at the end of a word, this is the form it'll take. And it does it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does it for 5 letters in the modern Hebrew. So K will be a mirrored C, and at the end it'll be looking like a 7 with a thin body. use these letters if letters above fall at end of word. So at the end of a word, if it's ka, it'll look just like this, a 7 with a slender body. All right? And also with these also, and I'll go through those as I keep going. All right, you got la, look like question mark, boom. Then you got ma. Ma looks like a cursive S with a little leaf at the top, or a little strike at the top. But if ma is at the end of a word, it'll look like a square with a runoff at the top, left side. Then you got na. Na looks like a short body C. It's real short, boom, boom, right? But if na is at the end of the word, it'll look like a short looking 7. A short, thin 7. Now you got sa. Sa looks like a circle with a strike going at the upper left-hand side. You got I that looks like a Y, but this Y is dipped far down to the belly. So boom. So you got boom all the way to the bottom, and then from the right side, you strike it all the way to from right to left. Similar definition, different in the Hebrew than in the regular English. You got pa. Pa looks like an upside down G. Pa. If pa is at the end of a word, it'll look like an upside down J. Taza. Taza looks like a zigzag Y. From the left side, you go straight to the, from the left side going straight to the right and back to the left, and then you strike it with the little, the Y form at the right side to the left. Then you got Taza. If Taza is at the end of a word, it'll look like a line from top to bottom. It looks like a Y, but a line going top to bottom, and a Y form going on the right side. Taza. Then you got Kwa. Look like a question mark with a line on the left side that does not touch the top. So it'll be a little bit from the top, and you got a line. Boom. That's Kwa. You got Ra. It looks like a strong 7. A real nice solid 7. Boom. You got Sha. Looks like a W. Tha. Looks like a 7. And it connects on the left side from top to bottom, and then it gives it a little kickstand right here. Like if you got a bike, you see the little kickstand, how it looks to hold it up. That's like the little kickstand for Tha. So this is the Syrian Hebrew printed, and this is handwritten. This is how you would write it if you wrote it off yourself. You know what I'm saying? So this is perfect, and this is like if you would write it yourself with your own script. All right? And it'll say the same thing. Use these letters if letters above fall at the end of the word, and you'll have them right below. Directly like these. Boom. You got it? I hope everybody got that, because I got to move along. Moving forward. All right? I'm going to move the camera. In fact, take a screenshot of this board. You know what I'm saying? So that way you have it. Remember, the Round Table Truth is today at 8 p.m. I don't know what topics are going to be discussed. All right. Let's see this. All right. Hopefully the glare. Oh, yeah, the glare's on it. That damn glare is something else, ain't it? All right, so let me just say it like this. This says, put it in your notes. Write all this down. If you don't write this down, you are never going to you're not going to remember this off the top of your head. So you definitely got to have to read it over and over again. And if I'm teaching you how to do it properly, put this in your notes. With that being said, this is the Hebrew greeting and salute for brothers and sisters. All right? So let's get to it. All right? And this is honorable way to, when you see a brother in the school, you see a sister in the school, this is the most honorable way to go ahead and talk to one another before you even start discussing anything else. The first thing you do is greet somebody. I'm Puerto Rican, so in a Hispanic household, first thing you had to do, you don't just talk to anybody. You greet everybody. Hey, what's going on? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going to my family's house and I know they're all in the world, boom, hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, man, I ain't seen you in a while. How you been? Boom, boom. And the same thing before you leave. Boom, boom. You do these salutes when you first see somebody, and when you're when the person is leaving. Proper way to do it, all right? Let's get it. All right, so 4 brothers, right? 4 brothers, all right. Let me use this one. 4. My F's usually go backwards too. I've been doing that since I was a shorty, so I just write like that. So there's 4 brothers. And the only reason I'm writing in different colors is so everything stands out a little bit better. Boom, boom, all right? 4 brothers. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna write it in script first, and then I'm gonna write it in the Hebrew. So I'm gonna write it how it sounds. You'll see right now, all right? So first thing we do is, first thing we say when we see a brother, shalom. Shalom means peace, right? So we got shalom. Everything always in capital. And I have a video for the breakdown on shalom by Officer of 5000 Hazahab. He's awesome with it. I'm still learning the proper breakdown, but that brother right there broke it down perfectly to where I can't even duplicate it because he did it so perfect. So until I learn it perfectly, I will not like bash it because I know he broke it down perfectly. I just want to be able to do it perfect the way he did it. I'm not going to slander good work. So shalom means peace. Shalom means peace, right? Yahweh, which is the Most High's name. Yahweh, we'll put right here, Lord of God. So peace. Lord of God, which is the Most High God. Yahweh is the Most High God. Bahashem. I wish I had more room on this board though, for real. I'm gonna try to tighten it up. Peace, the Most High God, by Hashem, in the name of. All right, peace. Lord, the Most High God, in the name of Shalom Yahweh B'Hashem. There's a lot of writing, so y'all better be writing it down too, or you're just gonna have to watch it over again. Yahweh Shai. Yes, that's Christ. Or how everybody knows in the Christian and Catholic churches, it's Jesus. Barak. Barak means bless. And then you got 2 ways you say it at the end. If you're seeing one brother, that's Barak Atha. That's one brother. That's singular. But if I'm seeing multiple brothers, or if I'm just seeing everybody at once, hey, Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yashab Brakathum with an M. All right. So you got Tha. And then you have thumb. Remember, this is singular. This is plural. I hope everybody can read that, you know. All right. And basically this means you in singular. And this means basically like you, but all of you. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be for brothers. Anytime you come across a brother, first thing you want to say and the last thing you want to say to a brother is Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atha, if it's one brother, Atham, if it's more than two brothers, two or more brothers. So Atham is more than two or more, because that's plural. You see one brother, Atha. You see multiple brothers, Atham. Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atha, Atham. All right, I'm going to need you guys to write this down real quick. We'll go back over it. Because now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to write it in the Hebrew script. All right? Sorry, everybody. You're going to have to watch this over again. You're going to have to hear my voice again. I know you all don't want to hear my voice, but y'all going to hear it. If you want to be taught right, you got to go over these lessons over and over and over again. All right? So, boom. 1 second. And I'm doing this because this is more honorable than just saying, what's up? Come on, man. Give that person a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, say something that's meaningful. All right? And I'm going to leave the singular and plural there. But I'm still going to write how it's written in the Hebrew, right? All right, let's get it. All right. So shalom in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew. And the reason I write in ancient is because if I write a sha, a la, and a ma, you'll know how to break it down. You'll bring them same three letters down. So you bring the sha down, you bring the la and the ma minus the a. But in the Tanakh or in the Assyrian or the modern, you'll bring the sha down, you bring the la, and you bring the ma. You got it? Those letters. So let me move forward. So you got, and what I don't like to, damn. Remember, everything is usually written from right to left. That's why I don't want to do it like this. Well, you know what? Let me do it like this. That was for the brothers, the first one, right? I'm going to do for the sisters next, right? And then I'll invert it from right to left, because this is going to be the proper way to read it in like more noticeable terminology. So I'm going to go ahead. That was the brothers right there. Hopefully you got any notes. Boom. Let's do the sisters right here. Because it'll be pointless for me to write it all over again. Boom, right? Boom, boom. For sisters now. This is how you salute a sister. And this is how you sisters salute the brothers in the school also. All right? So you got, oh, there's a different little bit. I forgot. There's a different little bit, so don't go writing all this stuff. Let me just go ahead and write everything done. I want to shoot the women short because they work hard. All right, so You got shalom, which is peace, right? So peace. Then you got Lord of God, right? Right? Shalom, Yahweh. Then you got Shamar. And remember, this is how sisters say it. And this is how men salute sisters. And this is how the sisters salute all the time. Whether it's to the men or the women. And this means watch. Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar. Il means over. Then for you have Atha. You got Atha. If it's that means you. And that would be if it's singular. If that's only singular. Boom. And then you got boom, Athan. So you got Atha and you got Athan. That means you, but plural. So if a sister sees one brother, she'll say, Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Il, Athan, Bashimi al-Shad. If it's one brother, but if she sees multiple brothers, she's going to use the Athan with an N. Athan. Hashem. Hashem, that means in the name of. In the name of. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Il Atha or Athan Bahashem. Yahweh Shai, and that's Christ, or as people know it in the Christian Catholic Church, like I said earlier, Jesus. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Il Atha, for one brother. If it's multiple brothers, Athan, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. If the sisters want to include Baraka, in fact, no. Just keep it like this. Keep it simple. Because the sister's already doing enough. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Il Atha, or Athan, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Just tell them, just like that. This is how you say it. This is how you write it. Great job following along. But definitely, if you don't have this on it, I got to move quickly because there's a lot of material. So I'm going to go ahead and do. Man, I don't want to shoot you guys short. I know they got to start the round table of truth pretty soon. All right. Time management is everything. All right, let's see if I can get through both of these real quick, all right? So I hope everybody got that. I got to erase this. So that way I can move forward and write it in Hebrew. Because I definitely want you guys to have this in the notes. Next week, we will be working on the Lord's Prayer. That's what I'm going to try to work on. So that way you know how to read, write it, and understand it in the Hebrew. All right, so since it's for the sisters already up there, I'm going to go ahead and do the sisters first, all right? So I got to go. Remember, that was from left to right. Now I got to go from right to left. This is when it gets a little tricky when you're trying to write because in a way, we're really not used to it. So remember, it's peace. Peace. Lord, Most High God, Shamar. Remember, capital letters, all right? Capital letters. L. All right? Remember, everything's right to left this time. You know, I gotta bear with me. Then you got, oh, there ain't gonna be enough room. I'll bring it down this way. Fun. Remember, singular, plural. All right. This right here has no bearing on what's up top. Peace will be written right below it. Lord, the Most High God will be written right below, right below, right below. This will be written right below. Singular, it just bam. For that one, not the. That's how I would do it. All right, let's keep going. Because I only got a couple minutes, and I want to make sure I get both of the brothers and sisters in there. All right. Bahashem. Bahashem. Shai. All right, so this is how it'll be written from right to left in Hebrew. I'm gonna start with the Hebrew, but peace, Most High God. I think I should have. You know what? I gotta write that in English. In fact, I'll do it like this, so that way you guys understand it a little better, right? I'll do this. I'll do it like this better, all right? If I go over the time a little bit, I'll take the hit. Peace, Lord and God. Watch. I'll just write in English and I'll write the Hebrew right underneath it, all right? In the name of and so peace, Most High God, watch, in the name of no, hold on. Oh, over. My fault. God damn it. See, it's a little tricky. Sloppy. It'll be over. 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 You. The name of, and right here, I'll just put it right down here. Jesus. So it'll be peace, Most High God, watch over you, singular, plural. Remember to write these plurals and singulars just so you have identifying markers. Boom. All right. Peace, Most High God, watch over you in the name of Christ. All right. Let's get it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and write it. I'm gonna write it in the modern or the ancient Hebrew with the connectors, so now you know from there exactly what to do. All right. So you got. So you got Sha, Lam. Got I should write these on the bottom. Gets in the way. It's like singular, plural. So you got your how, what, the Most High God's name, Yahweh, in the Hebrew. You got Yah, Ha, Wa. You got the Yah, Ha, and Wa connected. Boom. All right? Watch. Remember, watch is ill. So you got boom. Remember, I is the circle, La, and no A at the end. Just give me 1 second. Peace, Most High God, I'll. Here you got Atha. No, over. Watch, over. Oh, this is Shamar. See, that's why I said you got Shamar. Let me see. Alright, you got Slocky about that. Shamar. Peace, Lord God, which is Most High God. Shamar, which is watch. Then you got owl over here. Then you got. Then over here you got. In the singular, I'm gonna do exactly how it's written right here, singular and plural, right? You got Tha, that's the singular. Then you got Thun. See, so you got Thun. Remember, it's the V shape going into the Y shape. So that's a U and multiple. In the name of, that's Bahashem. So you got Ba. So Ba is like a triangle going into a G form. Ha. Bahasham. Yahawashah. That's it. And that's with the connectors. And that's for the sisters. And I see on the screen that you guys can see everything. I gotta move fast because, all right. Hope everybody got that. If not, you definitely gonna have to tune in and watch this video over again. All right. Let's get it. All right. So now we're gonna do. Let me do this. And that was for the sisters. Now we're gonna do for the brothers. All right. Boom. Now for the brothers, all right? Let's get it. You'll have peace right here. Peace. That's why I say, that's why I usually go into just words, because once you get into, you know, sentences and all that stuff, I want people to follow along. You know, I only got an hour to do it, but we gonna get it done. Peace, Lord of God. Peace, Most High God. In the name of, all right, peace, Most High God, in the name of, Christ or Jesus, bless you remember, this will be singular. I'm gonna write it right below it. Plural. All right. So this is how we're gonna break this down, right? So it's peace, Most High God, in the name of Christ, which is Jesus, bless you. All right, that's the greeting. So, peace. Remember the connectors when you're writing these, because you won't understand it. You got sha, lam. These are the connectors at the bottom. The whole full sound of sha, la, and ma. We got to take the A off the ma, shalom. All right. Most High God is written like this in the Hebrew. You got Yah, Ha, Wa. In the name of, is all right, so you know you got the ba, which is like a triangle G. Ba. Then you got the the ha, it looks like a 3-line F, flip. Got the W for the sha. Then you got Bahasham. So you got Ba, Ha, Sham. Alright? So peace, Most High God, in the name of and everybody just bear with me. You know, I barely work on a whiteboard like this, but you know, if I want to teach, I'm just trying to get better and better at doing this. So just bear with me. I'm getting better and better every week at this whiteboard. You know, I never expected to do this, but you know, as I learn properly, I'm gonna teach you properly. Got ha, wa. You got ya, ha, wa, sha. Boom. Ya, ha, wa, sha. Right? Then you got right here is ba, rock. Ba, rock. Then you got right here, th, singular, it's right on that side, and plural is a thumb for brothers. Thumb. All right. And this is how you will write it for the brothers. This is the proper greeting, salute, and also when you're leaving, this is also what you say. You say Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak. A tha is only one brother. If it's two or more, Barak, a thumb. A thumb. Well, with that, I'm Precinct Officer of 500, Azan Yalo. Tune into the Round Table of Truth. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, like, share, and subscribe to Isupk Chicago. Also, like, share, and subscribe to Isupk Southern Illinois. Also, like, share, and subscribe also to Gary, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do it all at once. That way you got all these content coming in from all type of brothers around who are putting great work in. So I'm not just telling you just be in class here in Chicago. There's other brothers who you might like to watch also. So definitely like, share, subscribe to Roundtable Truth, Isupk Chicago, Isupk Southern Illinois, Isupk Gary, Indiana, Isupk Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Isupk Minnesota, Isupk Detroit, and so on. With that, also Isupk Puerto Rico, since I'm Puerto Rican. With that being said, Shalom, Israel.